How's it going, guys? Mr. Free Corner here. I am coming to you to go over this topic of the day. It looks like Ripple could be working with Swift. Now, there have been a couple articles put out regarding this exclusive Ripple XRP to be exhibited at Swift's Cybos conference. I mean, at this point, they haven't come right out and said it, but it's pretty obvious. I mean, we kind of went from, Ripple has no interest in working with Swift to, here we are, to Ripple being exhibited at Swift's Cybos conference, which is happening between the 22nd and 25th of this month. So, in my mind, you don't do this. You don't headline a company without being in some type of collaboration with them. We go back over here to this article. Is Ripple working with Swift? Recently, Swift released a report titled Africa Payments Insights into African Transaction Flows. In this report, Swift touches on something to do with Majaloop. The report states that the Swift team at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation played a role in developing a switch that verifies routes and handles settlements between diverse players, including mobile money providers, banks, and merchants. The interesting facet of that, of it is that Majaloop is also working with Ripple in a bid to enhance interoperability in the African market. In essence, the two technologies are working together in this project that will uplift millions of Africans out of poverty. While this is just a single project, it brings out the common goals of the two platforms and how they can benefit more from each other when working together instead of competing with each other. Most XRP investors believe that Ripple at one point outcompete Swift in the bank. Most XRP investors believe that Ripple will at one point outcompete Swift in the banking industry. However, the reality is that they need each other, and this is so true. They do. Swift has something that Ripple needs, and that's the network and political leverage, thanks to its market presence that spans decades. Swift has established strong ties with the finance industry. The banking sector has built most of its cross-border payments infrastructure around this platform. On top of that, Swift has a high level of political backing for geopolitical reasons. For context, a German minister recently called out for the need for Europe to develop financial systems that are independent of the United States. But while their chancellor came out in support of this, she added that they still need to work with SWIFT as a tool for preventing terrorism financing. This goes to show that for geopolitical reasons, it will be a huge challenge for banks, especially in the West, to abandon SWIFT and move to a new system. The best bet would be cooperation between the two platforms, which is actually quite workable. Ripple has a superior technology, while Swift has the networks. Such a partnership would unlock the best of both. And if the success of the Majaloop project is anything to go by, then things could head in that direction in the future. Such a collaboration would give instant mass adoption of XRP, in the banking sector as a tool for enhancing efficiency. It would unlock the true value of this coin, as demand both from financial institutions and retail buyers looking to catch the XRP train would push the price through the roof. Now, guys, I couldn't say it any better. This right here is the reason why Bearable Guy said 589 end of year 2018. And as I put in a video that I previously did, October would be, this bear market. It literally says the bear is long in the tooth. At least that's how I interpret it. Meaning that, and when he said do not despair, meaning don't sell your coins, at this time, by the time you count to 10, which is October, it's going to be old. Like, this bear market would be very frustrated. It's going to be old. And look at where we are. A lot of people are actually selling out right now. They're selling their positions as we speak because the price went up and came back down. And that is the absolute wrong thing to do. guys, at this point, there is no question. Okay, there is no question as to what we all need to do. I venture to say I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not trying to give any advice. I'm speaking only about my opinions and what I consider to be just common sense. So at this point, it's a matter of securing your positions and just waiting for what's about to happen to go ahead and happen. That's it. I mean, what else is there? They're unveiling the truth about what's actually going on, for good or bad. You know, for good or bad, this is what's going on. And you know, actually, I always wondered why they would not work together. I mean, when I'd heard a few people say, well, you know, Ripple has no interest in Swift and this and that, but it didn't make sense to me because Swift is already in place. The banks are already using Swift on a huge, you know, by a huge margin. I mean, they've been using Swift for, as it says, decades. So why wouldn't they want to just go right into Swift, just add that technology, and there we go. That the only thing Ripple, to be honest with you, Ripple has no problem giving away RippleNet for free. They got no problem with that. Why do you think that is? Because that's not where their profit is going to come from. Their profit's going to come from XRP. When the price goes up, that's when they get paid. You got to think about it. They have billions, tens of billions of coins. They have tens of billions of coins that are in escrow right now, that are being released, 1 billion every month. Do you think what else would they even need? They wouldn't need anything other than for the price to go up. So guys, I mean, this is it right here. This is how 589 works. You know, I hate to bring that whole contention back up again, but this is how I see it. You know, it just is. I mean, from the beginning, or rather, when I did that other video, I personally, you know, I've always said, you never say never, because we don't know what we don't know, and here we are. Who expected that Swift would be exhibiting Ripple at this conference? Who expected that they would be showcasing Ripple's technology, or XRP, at this conference? Nobody. So anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for all the participation, everyone that has, you know, that has subscribed, that are coming back and checking out my videos. I really, really appreciate it. I'm, you know, again, getting close to 1,000 views, or rather 1,000 subscribers. I want to do something special once that does happen. Not quite sure what that may be, but like I said, I do want to do something special. So let's see what happens once we get there. With that being said, guys, thank you again. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.